Okay, it's the second hour. Welcome back, everybody. So glad you are joining me today. So glad you're joining me every day. We're streaming live at drglidden.com. Also, go to gcnlive.com. And I believe when you look on the front page of gcnlive.com, you see the shows that are airing on gcnlive.com, and we are currently ranked number 1. And isn't that a good place to be? And it's all because of you. It's not because of me. It's because of you, my loyal listeners. Something that I'm saying must be resonating with the little truth body inside of your mind. And that's what we do here every day. We just tell the truth, laced with my opinion and my clinical experience, a little commentary, a little diatribe, a little rant every now and then, just to spice things up. Nobody is talking about what I am talking about, and everybody needs to be, because we're all sick and suffering needlessly. I watched the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame awards a couple nights ago. Saw Peter Gabriel, one of my all-time favorites, right? Peter Gabriel, also the E Street Band, and Kiss. How about Kiss? Those guys do not look good. They don't. And Bruce Springsteen kind of looks all right, but everybody else looks like they're on death's door. Everybody needs our help. Everybody just thinks that the aging process is, an inevitable, irony thrown at you by life. And as you get older, you have to get sicker because that's just the way that it goes, and it is not the way that it goes. Look at Dr. Wallach, 75 years young. He has the bone density of a 25-year-old. I've seen it. Dr. Wallach, at his age, gives 300 free lectures a year. He travels all around the country all the time. You know anybody else at 75 that can pull that off? I don't. In any event, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And, aging is inevitable, but sickness and suffering is optional. You must guard yourself against the stress of life. We cleaned up the water supply. We subsidized food production, and we got on board with public sanitation, right? Sewage disposal. Just by doing those 3 things, we doubled our life expectancy. Doubled our life expectancy. Well, when you add into the bargain simple foundation medical nutrition, you're going to go a long way towards extending your lifespan even more. Did you know that your body has the genetic potential to live 120 years? Did you know that? Know anybody that's ever done that? I don't. Most of the people I know that are over 70 are in a world of hurt. But this has become the new normal. Health despair has become the new normal. And, people are suffering needlessly, for goodness sake. Like Cat Stevens said, come and join the living. That's what we are here in Longevity Nation. People of different walks of life, people of different faiths, people of different political persuasions, people of different races and ethnicities all around the world who have one thing in common: open minds, holistic orientation, and an understanding that the human body has a God-given ability to fix itself, and the MDs are completely clueless about how to help you secure your health. We, on the other hand, that is exactly our wheelhouse. That is exactly why you're here. And help us spread the word, because we are generating a grassroots coalition. That's why Longevity exists as a network marketing business, and it is. And if you think network marketing is a bad thing, then I'm sorry, but that's just an old-fashioned, out-of-date way to look at it. It is not. Network marketing is an awesome thing. There are some people that screw it up. They're the bad apples that spoil it for the rest of the bunch, but really, not really. If you become an independent longevity distributor, the amount of income that you can generate is unlimited. It is unlimited. It is unlimited. Is it overnight pipe dream, let's all get rich quick? No. It's a separate business model. I mean, it's a business model. You know, if you're going to buy a McDonald's, that's a business model. If you want to become an accountant, that's a business model. If you want to open a nail salon, that's a business model. If you want to sell newspapers door to door, that's a business model. Every money-making job in the world is a business model. There's stuff that you have to do to be good at it, and there's stuff that you can do to screw it up. It's not any different with network marketing. Network marketing is not some weird, strange, thing for losers. Network marketing is a sophisticated business model which is elegant in its simplicity and which is unrivaled in its ability to generate significant amounts of income and actually provide a financial legacy for you and yours. I mean, if you rise to the top of corporate America and you're the owner of Walmart, right? Or you have a chain of 10 McDonald's. Or, you're the CEO of Viacom or Comrex or whatever. You're the CEO. Well, when it's time for you to retire, are your kids going to be able to get your paycheck and keep the ball rolling? Are they going to get paid? Are they going to be able to replace you at the top of the heap? Is your son or daughter going to be able to replace you, as the chief legal counsel for your law firm? Or are they going to your partner's just going to stand aside and let your son or your daughter take over? No. But you can do that with longevity. You can generate a fortune. You can generate a network marketing business that generates hundreds of dollars a month or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, depending on what your needs are, depending on what your motivation is. And then when you die, you can will the business to whomever you want, and they keep collecting checks. It's one of the biggest problems with the African American population here in the United States is African Americans have been beneath the wheel for so long that they don't have legacies that they can live to their children. They don't. They don't have inheritable stuff that they can pass on because most of them started from way beneath the wheel, a.k.a. slavery. And then, on the bottom of the pile of racial discrimination here, for goodness sake. But with longevity, if every self-motivated African American in the United States became a longevity distributor, in one generation you would change that conversation completely. And you would start building legacies, financial legacies. And I'm not talking through my hat here. I've seen the numbers. I can do math. My cousin, Benjamin Franklin, second cousin, 7 times removed, said, there are a few things in life more remarkable than interest, compound interest. I'm paraphrasing. Well, one of the things that's as remarkable as compound interest is network marketing residual income. I mean, while I am sitting here on the radio talking to you, I have hundreds of longevity distributors all around the world who are talking to people I've never heard of. I'm making money right now through the efforts of others. And I started that ball rolling a number of years ago, but it's taken on a life of its own. And as the organization grows, I get paid more. More and more people get healthy, more and more people get wealthy, and my check grows. And can somebody please tell me what's wrong with that? Please, somebody, what's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing is wrong with that. People have this thing in their head that, they don't know anything about it. Oh, it's one of those MLM things. I'm going to have to fill my garage with stuff that I'm never going to use, and I'm going to have to order stuff every month, even though I'm not going to sell it. No, you don't. Not with longevity. You don't have to buy anything until it profits you to buy something. Longevity's network marketing model is completely unique. Not all beers are created equal. Not all bottles of wine are the same, and they're all made from grapes. Every network marketing company has a different payout plan. Different things you need to do in order to qualify to be paid. Longevities is among the most liberal in the business. But most people don't even, get their foot in the door to actually look at what's required to do the longevity business. They just dismiss it offhand, the same way that they dismiss anything holistic, because they think it has something to do with long hair and Birkenstocks and marijuana. Nonsense. This is why I say come and join the living. Come and join the open-minded. Come and join people who actually have a clue. Come and join people who have seen through the corporate nonsense that makes you believe that you have to trade your time for money. You have to trade your time for money, and you're going to hit the glass ceiling, baby. There's only so much you can make. And that's enough. Enough is enough. Get used to having the bank own your house. Get used to having the bank own your car. Get used to having 10 grand of credit card debt. Get used to it. Get used to having $80,000 of student loan. Get used to it. That's how it has to be. In order for the people at the top to thrive, you have to suffer. Not with network marketing. Now, can you screw up network marketing? You bet. Can you make a network marketing business unbelievably successful? You bet. And how do you make longevity successful? You tell the truth and you point. If you can pass the driver's license test, you have the intellectual capacity to be a successful longevity entrepreneur. And you get to decide what that's going to look like. What do you want? $100 a month? $100,000 a month. You decide and get to work. We'll help you. Because the more successful you are, the more successful I am. And that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Donna from New Mexico is up next. Stick around. We have a question from the chat room. By the way, we're streaming live. Check it out at drglidden.com. Suad Mana posts a question. Dr. G, I have something in my gum. It looks like a boil. It bleeds every 10 days. I went to a dentist. He told me that my root canal is infected. Yikes. I don't want to go to dentist anymore. What can I do to make it disappear? That's a real tough one, Suad. I've had anecdotal experience of tooth and gum health. There is a point of no return. There is a point beyond which your body can't fix it, right? And sometimes you have to go and, in this case, get the infected stuff drilled out. If it's not a life-threatening thing, however, you can attempt to secure a healthy resolution through alternative means to drugs and surgery. And what I would do is I would get colloidal silver. I would get some colloidal silver, and I would put about a half of an ounce of colloidal silver in my mouth. I would hold it in my mouth for about a minute, and then I would swallow it, and I would do that 4 or 5 times a day. Colloidal silver, you want to get it right up in and around the gum area that's a problem. And then you can get the 90 essential nutrients, one healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month of the Healthy Start Pack, and use, when you take the liquid calcium, the Beyond Osteo FX, use it the same way. Take the liquid calcium dose, dilute it with a little bit of water, put it in your mouth, and hold it in your mouth for about a minute, 60 seconds. Swish it around in your mouth. Make sure you get it up in and around the part of your body that's troublesome, the part of your teeth and gums that's troublesome. Then swallow it down and then rinse it out. The recommendation is 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight daily. And lastly, you can finish it out with plant-derived minerals. Do the same thing. So the colloidal silver, the liquid calcium, and the plant-derived minerals taken at separate times, held in the mouth, swished around in the mouth, and then swallowed. See if that, over the course of 7 or 10 days, produces a positive, noticeable, measurable result. If it does, then we're good to go. If it doesn't, then you're going to have to find a dentist who is worth their salt. Because sometimes, a tooth infection can go too far beyond the body's ability to bring it back. But you never know. Let me know what happens. I'm always interested to pursue new avenues of intervention for anything having to do with the teeth. New Mexico's up next. Donna has a question about shingles. Hey, Donna, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. Glad to see you're doing better.
Hey, thanks, Donna. Yeah, it was a speedy recovery. It was an interesting experience, though, I have to tell you. The thing that really was remarkable to me was how much I slept. Man, I just slept and slept and slept and slept and slept, and I think that was what was responsible for my relatively quick recovery. So what's happened in New Mexico?
Well, I've been on longevity products for about 15 months and was doing really well. And then my dad passed away last month. I got under a lot of stress.
Oh yeah.
And I woke up Thursday morning with shingles.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? You know, there is a direct correlation. It's not an indirect correlation, a direct correlation between emotional stress and the appearance of shingles. Emotional stress. Not financial stress, not political stress, not weather stress, not bacteria and viral stress. Well, you know, the shingles is a viral infection. But it's not like somebody sneezed in your face, right? Emotional stress most often drives the manifestation of the shingles infection to the surface of the body. So honestly, you know, I'm not surprised. The thing about shingles specifically is when we're intervening holistically is over time we want to see the shingles, the appearance of the shingles, to happen less and less and less frequently over the course of a year, and, you know, to be less intense each time that it does show up. The same thing with herpes. We want to see it happen less and less and less frequently over the course of a year, and every time it shows up, we want it to be less intense. So, however, in the meantime, what I would add to your longevity regimen, if you haven't already, is the de-stress. I would take 9 de-stress a day until the bottle's empty. 9 de-stress a day. I would get the colloidal silver, and I would spray the crap out of the eruption topically with the colloidal silver. Mist it, 5 or 6 times a day. Every couple of hours, blast it again with the colloidal silver. Is there a pain factor present with the shingles?
There is. I have a hard time. If I move my left hand too much, it's underneath my left arm. There's intense pain, but I've been able to keep that down.
Well, we're up against a hard break, so stick around, Donna. I'll help you more. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. Let's go back to New Mexico and talk to Donna. All right, so Donna, what's the nature of the pain? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Is it stinging? Is it burning? Is it cold? Is it hot? What's it feel like?
It's burning.
And does anything take the edge off of it, like a hot application or a cold application? I know that sometimes, for instance, when I have poison ivy, heaven forbid, that putting burning hot water on top of it feels awesome. Have you noticed that anything makes a difference for the pain factor?
What's been helping is I've been alternating the silver and Ravensara oil, and those seem to take the edge off.
Okay, so there's a homeopathic you might want to try. First I'll say it and then I'll spell it. It's called Kalmia latifolia. That's K-A-L-M like Mary, I-A. K-A-L-M-I-A. Latifolia, L-A-T-I-F-O-L-I-A, I believe. Something like that. You're going to have to purchase this online. You'll never be able to find this in a health food store. I prefer homeopathy overnight. I'm not affiliated with homeopathy overnight whatsoever. You can find them online. There's also a business in Chicago that sells homeopathics. They're called smallflower.com. I'm not associated with either of these businesses. Try to find this homeopathic remedy in the 200C, 200CK, or 1M strength, 1M being preferable. Whether you get the 1M strength, the CK, or the C, my recommendation to support and promote your body's ability to optimize its structure and function would be 2 pellets under the tongue 3 times a day for 3 days. 2 pellets orally 3 times a day for 3 days. I got to tell you something. Homeopathy, when correctly prescribed, and that's the whole thing with homeopathy, you have to hit the bullseye or nothing's going to happen. But, they're inexpensive. The remedies are inexpensive. They're harmless. And when you do hit the bullseye, you recover rapidly, and it's like somebody flipped a switch. So it's a good thing to beat around the bush with in any event, especially if you've been mineralized for over a year. But, I wouldn't feel bad because this is just life. And really what's going to be the hallmark of this moving forward is, number one, how long it lasts compared to how long it usually lasts, right? And number two, how long you go, heaven forbid, before the next episode, if you even get another episode. But another thing that you can do kind of preventively to help, guard yourself against this, like using an umbrella in the rain, is the next time you are in the face of severe emotional stress, right? Even if you think you can handle it, take 2 or 3 of the de-stress 3 times a day. 2 or 3 of the de-stress 3 times a day, because your body burns right through B vitamins when you're stressed out like that. And it's never a bad idea to give your body more of that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Right. And I've been taking the killer biotic. Should I continue doing that?
That's not a bad idea. The killer biotic specifically is designed to increase your immune activity. And, you can make the argument, if it were me, I would take the killer biotic. How much of that are you doing?
I've been doing 6 a day. You
taking that with food?
Yes, I am.
All right, it's best because that stuff comes back on you hard if you don't take it with food. 6 a day is perfect. You want to stop that, however, as soon as this starts to go away. Okay, I wouldn't advise taking killer biotic for more than 4 weeks for something like this.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Donna, you're the greatest. Give me a call back. Let me know how it goes. I appreciate you very much. Junior is up next, all the way from California. Junior from California. Welcome aboard, Junior.
Hello.
You are live.
Wow, I thought I was never going to get talk to you.
Well, it's your lucky day, Junior. I'd go play the lottery if I were you. Come on, man.
Really? I don't know what to begin. But anyway, first of all, I'll start. I started hearing Dr. Wallach on YouTube. I've been hearing for a long time. I've heard everything when I walk, do my walking and do my running. And I've been hearing you. And I said, wow. And I've been telling my friends about it. You got to hear this doctor, And I haven't signed in yet. So I have some issues. Having a large, several years ago, about 4 years ago, it told me I had an enlarged prostate. And during my work, when I'm, it's funny, when I'm working and I'm stressed, I go a lot. But when I'm home, I don't.
Yeah.
And I only get up once in the nighttime. And also, my upper legs, they kind of get, like numb.
Yeah.
But I know I don't have, because I sleep okay. Those are my issues I had. And of course I had surgery on my, left, rotocuff, tear about 2.
How did you do that? How'd you tear your rotator cuff? How'd you do that?
I fell down. And and now I'm hearing you guys.
Well, did you fall down like 25 stairs, or did you fall off of the stoop? Or how big of a fall was it?
I fell up a roof.
Oh yeah, well that'll do it.
Yeah. And then my other one, this one is hurting, but I've been taking some it's called glucosamide or hydraulic.
Yeah, glucosamine. Yeah.
MSM and hydraulic acid, and then I have to go to my chiropractor all the time.
Yeah.
And he tells me, well, "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm working out." He says, "Well, you got to take it easy." And then I told him about you guys. I said, "Man, you guys got to hear these, And he said, "Well, when you take the products, let me know so I can recommend to my his patients."
Well, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about this, Junior. I've lectured all around the country for longevity, And I was giving a lecture in Boston a number of years ago, and a young man came up. He was probably in his mid-30s, and he was the manager of a very famous vitamin chain in the country. He actually 2 stores in the greater Boston area that he was the manager of, and he was a hockey player, and he had bad knees. And for a couple of years, he was taking every joint repair formula that big chain store had on their shelves, and nothing helped his knees. He got on board with Youngevity for 60 days, 6 months. The knee problem resolved 100%. So when you take the right stuff in the right amounts in a holistic fashion and you stop eating foods that are gumming up the works, then it's only a matter of time until your body bounces back to the ability that it's able to bounce back, and it's a much better expenditure of money to, for stuff that's not covered by medical insurance, which this isn't, right, to do stuff that's been clinically verified, science-based, clinically verified, and, produces consistent results. And that's why I'm an advocate of Youngevity, because for, 15 years, I did everything else except Youngevity. And since I've been doing Youngevity, the things I've seen people recover from are way better, and it's a much more effective therapeutic. And so that's why I'm a big supporter of Dr. Wallach and Youngevity, because it works. So what do you do for a living, though? Are you a roofer?
Well, I did insurance for 13 years.
Oh, okay.
And right now I'm just kind of, I did MLM, for another company, but I've been looking, and I saw, like I said, a young lady who had been in one of the companies I was, kind of told me about, say, hey, check this company out. So I checked it out, and I've been, ever since I've been just hearing it. And
has she joined up?
Yeah, she's joined up.
So if you decide to buy, you can join Youngevity for $10. You can become a Youngevity member.
I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that. And then
you can upgrade. I would come in for $10, and you've done MLM before, and get your feet wet and see whether it works for you or not.
Oh yeah, but the reason I wanted to call, because I wanted to make sure what products I need, because I want that to be myself. I mean, I want to see it, which I believe that product that you guys Dr. Wallach, how many years he's been doing it. I mean. And I said,
"Well, but it's good to have your own personal experience testimonial, right? So, how much is your body weight?"
Right now, I'm at 175, but I'm working out, and like I said, I run a mile a day, and I walk 1. So I'm it's coming down, but I do take protein.
Well, that's irrelevant. So all right. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay. So, you're a bodybuilder, you're a weekend warrior athlete, you work out a lot, and you have a history of a rotator cuff tear. And what are your other 2 big complaints?
About my legs. Oh yes, I forgot. I stopped eating oats, and I don't know, but every time I eat something in the morning, after an hour or 2, it's like if I took some meds, and I get really fatigued.
Really fatigued?
Yes. But then, like right now, I feel energy. But I don't know what's going on in my body. But sometimes, I'm fatigued. Like if I'm out there working.
All right, I got it. So every time you get fatigued from now on, I want you to take a little piece of paper, a little notepad, and I want you to write down the very last thing that you had to eat or drink. Every time you get fatigued, I want you to write down the very last thing that you had to eat or drink. And then after the 4th or the 5th time, I want you to compare the notes, and there's going to be 1 or 2 foods which are similar to every list, and you probably have an allergy to that food, so I'd like you to eliminate that food from your diet.
Yes, because once every other 4 or 5 days, I'll sneeze about 10 times, and then that's it. And especially when I was eating oats.
Yeah, that's big bad. Yeah. That's a big bad voodoo daddy. So, all right. So here's the deal. In the interest of time, Junior, Number one, you have to eliminate the 10 bad foods, okay?
Yeah, I've heard your, I went through it, and I said, okay. As a matter of fact, I have 7 days. People say, what are you doing? Well, I'm cooking my own food now, and I'm staying away from gluten.
All right, good man. That's a good man. Remember, you can cook with butter, and you can cook with lard. No problemo. Just avoid oil in a bottle. All right, so here we go. So here's what I'd like to see you do every month for the next 3 months. Every month, I would like you to purchase 2 healthy bone and joint packs. 2 healthy bone and joint packs, original formula. 2 healthy bone and joint packs, original formula. And I'd like you to get 1 bottle or 1 canister of Rebound FX. 1 canister of Rebound FX. I want you to use the Rebound FX as your sports drink while you are working out. And I want you to do the dosages of the Healthy Start Pack as follows. 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in 24 ounces of water twice a day.
Okay.
2 scoops of the Beyond Tangy, and I have only got 30 seconds left here. 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangy in 24 ounces of water twice a day. 3 of the EFAs twice a day. 3 of the EFAs twice a day. 6 of the glucogel twice a day. 6 of the glucogel twice a day. And to round it off, 1 ounce of the white liquid calcium in 2 ounces of orange juice twice a day, the final dose being immediately before bed. Finishing out today's show, ladies and gentlemen, with Celeste in Los Angeles. Maybe we'll have time to go down to Georgia and talk to Katrina, too. Hey, Celeste, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden. I have a friend of mine. He has prostate cancer, and he's doing chemo and radiation. Yeah. And that's about all I know.
Well, look, he's been sold a false bill of goods. At least they didn't cut it out on him. The simple solution here, or step one for everybody who's diagnosed with cancer, should be mandatory, that they should ask their oncologist in the presence of a witness and a recording device the 10 questions that are in my book that are in the chapter in cancer in my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes, which is available at my website. Everybody just needs to be straightforward. Everybody just needs to sit down around a table and say, hey, look, doc, for goodness sake, you know what type of cancer I have. You know what the Gleason score is. You know what stage it is. Can you cure my cancer? Yes or no? And if you can't cure it, well, what can I expect? And what will the treatment do? And can the treatment give me cancer? And what are the side effects of the treatment? And what are you going to do for the side effects? And how much are you going to profit from all of this nonsense? And how much is the hospital going to profit? And why are you recommending I get on board with a treatment that doesn't cure the cancer? And there's a couple more questions, too, but that's basically the gist of it. Now, honest to God, Celeste, I mean, this is not a rant against everything that the MDs have to offer because, thank God for the sterile technique and Novocaine and morphine, right? They're good at what they do when it comes to stuff that they're good at. They're horrible at cancer. And, it's snake oil. Most of the cancer treatments delivered around the world today are snake oil because they don't cure cancer. The doctors don't tell the patients up front that they can't cure the cancer. They sell them a false bill of goods. They make money based on generating false hope. It's snake oil, for goodness sake. But, because that's the standard operating procedure and because they're kings of the hill, they can get away with it. So one way is to take the Zen sword and just slice this Gordian knot right into. And it's 10 simple questions. 10 simple questions in the presence of a recording device and a witness. Now, we don't treat cancer, right? Right. We don't treat anything. We support and promote the body's ability to optimize its structure and function. Now, to do that with the prostate gland, in order to optimize the structure and function of the prostate gland, research clearly shows that selenium taken at 200 micrograms a day reduces the incidence of prostate cancer 64%. reduces the incidence of prostate cancer 64%. So therefore, one could speculate that selenium might not be a bad thing for anybody to take. So my recommendation to support and promote his immune system in this regard would be 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, original formula. 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, original formula. 2 selenium. 2 boxes of triple treat chocolate. Bet you didn't think I was going to say that. And 2 bottles of Z-Radical per 100 pounds of body weight per month, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. And, have him ask the oncologist these questions. Because and I've had patients kicked out of I've had oncologists refuse to answer these questions. They storm out of the room. Well, which is nonsense, right? But if you can actually get a medical professional to give you straight and honest answers about cancer therapy, most people would not do the cancer therapy. They wouldn't. Because why on earth would I do something that isn't going to cure my cancer, which is going to create a boatload of side effects, which is going to change my personality, and which might give me cancer, and which is going to break my financial bank? Why on earth would I do that? Well, you wouldn't do that, but people don't know any better, and they get, steamrolled by the guy in the white coat. And it's a tragedy of biblical proportions. And I'm doing a whole breakdown on this whole thing in the fall. So God willing, and the creek don't rise. If I'm still around, then we're going to have an entire month on cancer. The Gorgon-headed monster that it is. Stay tuned. Tonight, by the way, we're doing a makeup webinar, Celeste. What makes longevity unique vis-a-vis its nutritional supplements. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your continued support of total strangers in your life, because you are a member of Longevity Nation, and that's how we roll, helping one person at a time. See you tomorrow, folks.